I consider Drew a master teacher because of what he does in the classroom and then the role he plays throughout the whole community. He's always trying new things like doing role-playing activities in class. While he's teaching the Spanish Inquisition in his history class, he always invites teachers to basically bust into his classroom and yell out, "Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition."
Drew wants, I would say, students to consider issues from all sides, right? To be able to look at it from a variety of perspectives. And so Drew, I think, very much helps kids think about their identity from these different kind of lenses.
Alongside all that he does in the classroom, he's always taking on additional projects like the Student Council and the Poetry Cafe that he organizes. And it's those other initiatives that really add so much value to the school.
When you come across with that deep authenticity, it's very easy to relate to other people.
When I talk to Drew, I'm always more inspired personally to continue our work here and to continue helping out students and families in whatever way possible.
There was a student who was struggling. Because of that struggle, he articulated that he did not belong to this community. After a year, he did stand up at the end of the closing circle and say, "I feel like I'm a part of this community." I think Avery is a testament to that student's feelings of success. She worked extremely hard, checking in with him and making sure that he felt empowered.
I'm so proud that she's the first special education master teacher in our network, and I think that speaks to how hard she works for all students who are struggling.
She is consistent, she's dedicated, and she's just overall loves what she does.
The connections and building that classroom environment has been the space that sets her apart and puts her in that realm of being a master teacher.
For one particular boy, she had every single teacher who taught the student come to his parent-teacher conference to just share that we are on the student's team and we want him to be successful. And she went out of her way to plan this a month in advance. She is literally going above and beyond what's asked of her every single day.
She's always striving for that next piece and that next goal.
She does a great job of making people feel like they belong, that they matter, and that we're all doing this for kids.
It's not an uncommon thing for a kid to say, I didn't like writing or I wasn't good at writing before her class, and then after, it's my favorite subject, or now I feel really confident in it. That's a very normal thing for kids to say at the end of the year. She creates a lot of really good culture on the grade level team as well. People look to her if they need something, kind of that what would Molly do sort of thing. And kids know too, they just know that if they need anything, if they want to be celebrated for something, if they need to cry to somebody, if they need a hug.
Just the cultural impact that she has keeps our team strong, and it's because of her work with students and her work with staff that our team is always so successful. She's funny, she loves 90s hip hop, she has hilarious jokes, and she's the queen of memes, and this kind of positive impact on our team just makes us smile and reminds us the joy of teaching and why we're here.
Through the years, I've had so many students come back and say, it was a hard transition into Mr. GIGIOLIO's class, but because of his high standards, I was ready for college.
He has the propensity for setting off fire alarms. He loves demos. I think that captures George's teaching style. He's always very hands-on. He wants to show the wow factor for the science that he's teaching kids.
George is not a box checker. There are times when I think we're all caught up in, okay, I gotta do this, and I gotta do this, and I gotta do this, and you see George and you see him totally invested in what his students need first, and that's a really refreshing thing for all of us to see.
I think of George as my uncle, my old uncle, the guy that you always want to hang out with. He's always fun, who always has a lot to share, and the learning never stops with George, and I think that's infectious.
As far as LELA's impact on certain students, one stands out last year. She came in as someone who did not know English. She'd never spent much time in public schools at all. LELA was her advisor, so she immediately built a relationship with her, and she basically just made it so this student felt like she was taken care of 24/7.
LELA is the type of person that really cares about her students, but also the staff. This is my first year teaching here, and LELA just jumped right in, came over to my house, made dinner, that kind of thing.
She's just so driven, and I think she just really has this idea like she is on planet Earth to bless these kids and the staff with the very best she can give every day, and she really follows through.
Sarah won an award for courage last year, and that's definitely the core value that she represents the most because she brings out courage in students. There was a student I had last year who struggled a lot. He was the shyest student I think I had that year, and this year he's in Sarah's theater class. He has gained confidence. He's able to now participate in front of the whole class and carry on confident conversations with teachers.
This impact that Sarah has had on our community is student-driven, and she is really good at helping students find their passions.
She gets to know them, and she spends time going to see their performances in their extracurricular activities. She has them over for a holiday party at her house every year. She really invests in them as people, not just as students.
Sarah is just a beautiful human being on top of all she has done for our campus.
She's the teacher that I hope to become someday, and I think there are many people at DSST who feel that way.
One of Hilary's great strengths is her ability to push us to think about our actions and whether or not they match our values. And in the end, we're a better school because she continually does that. And that's one thing about her I really respect.
I was meeting people at the Relay Graduate School of Education, and the first thing people asked each other was, well, who's your mentor teacher? And as soon as I told them that Hilary would be my mentor teacher, they let me know, oh, you're going to learn everything from Hilary. Even experienced teachers were telling me, I wish I was Hilary's apprentice teacher this year.
She bleeds Michigan State green. Her kids absolutely love Michigan State, and I think her relationship with her school helps kids understand what relationship they could have in the future with their school.
The combination of having an amazing command of the academic side as well as such a commitment to kids and their personal growth makes Hilary a master teacher.